I'm gonna be sharing the 5 biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs making when it comes to online marketing. So when it comes to the way they are showing up online, they are posting on social media, the content they're creating, what are the things I'm seeing business owners making as far as mistakes go? So that's what we're gonna dive into in this video. So let's go ahead and dive into the first one. Number 1 is not being clear about who it is that you are speaking to. Guys, even with established business owners, I have seen so many not be crystal clear exactly who they are speaking to, like who their ideal client is, who their target audience is, who they're trying to attract, who they ultimately serve. They can't answer those questions very, very clearly. They don't have clarity around those things. And that is the first biggest mistake I see business owners making, because if you're not clear on that, the marketing you're doing online is ultimately not going to be effective. Like, you have to go back to the basics and make sure you're clear on that. And in my opinion, even for me, I am revisiting this in my business over and over again as the year goes on. But at least once a year, even doing a deep dive and figuring out, like, do we need to change our messaging as our ideal client shifted at all? And just being very, very clear about who it is that we are serving in our business. And so if that's something you're not clear on, make sure you get clear on it, because if you don't, it's not going to make your marketing as effective as if you were clear on those things. Mistake number 2 that I see so often is not having intention with the content that you are posting on social media. So a lot of business owners I see are really just throwing up content, panic posting, and hoping that something sticks and that it works to help grow their business. And they figure, hey, I guess like looking consistent is better than nothing, right? But honestly, I see this as a big mistake. And I really think we need to reel this back a little bit and think about, why are you posting? Why are you posting on that specific platform? Why are you posting at that specific time? Is there, a frequency to that platform that's going to work for you? Like, what is the why behind posting? And if you are making content and just throwing it up and hoping that something works, in my personal opinion, it's probably not a very good use of your time. It really isn't going to do a whole lot for your business. And so really going back to, okay, what is the purpose of this platform in my business? Is it to engage my warm audience? Is it to reach a new audience? Is it to, have evergreen content that's going to market for me for years to come? Is it for really just to create short form content that I know is going to die out soon, but is really engaging for my target audience? And again, this goes back to also making sure you know your target audience, so then you can have intention with your platforms, because you know who you're speaking to and you know why you're showing up on those different platforms and the role that it plays in your business. And if you're someone who's like, yeah, this sounds like something I really need help with, I actually kind of dream of having this clear, consistent plan that is actually sustainable for me, that I can keep up with, and that is actually going to reach my target audience. Like, I want to know who they are, and I want to know why I'm posting on these different platforms. If that's something you do want to dive deeper into, we actually have enrollment open right now for Visibility, our 6-week live program that does just that. It's how to get visible and get paid with your online marketing with no paid ads. This is all organic marketing here, primarily leaning into content creation. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to check it out, the link below. It's stephaniecase.com/visibilities, where you can learn all about it and enroll before we close enrollment. Enrollment closes on April 12th, or you can join the waitlist at that link at any time, but we don't plan to run it again until 2025. So if you have any interest, or you just want to check it out, be sure to do so as soon as possible to see if it would be a good fit for you to learn more about how to market yourself online. Mistake number 3 that I see a lot of business owners making when it comes to their online marketing is not starting with long form content sooner. So I feel like there's kind of this misconception that goes around that, okay, once I'm kind of at the next level or ready to get to the next level, then I can start a podcast, or then I can start a YouTube channel, or then I can start blogging. But I need to be at that next level before I'm able to do those things. And I would just say that is the complete opposite is true. I really believe in long form evergreen marketing, and that it should be a part of your strategy within 6 months of starting your business. Okay. So I really want to encourage you that even if you're in the beginning stages, start thinking about this now and where you might want to market yourself next. It's going to give you more sustainability in the long run for your marketing. It's going to allow you to create evergreen marketing that's going to reach people even when you're not posting every single day, right? And even for me, back back when I first started my business as a photographer booking clients, I started with long form evergreen marketing. I didn't know that at the time, but I started with posting on Instagram and also blogging. Therefore, the blogs that I was posting, getting found on search engines like Google, was the way that I booked, like, it was like 16 or 17 clients in my first year as a photographer. Most of them came from Google. And if I had not been thinking outside the box of how I can market myself and instead was just following what everyone was doing and what's popular, aka Instagram, right? Then I would have missed out on so many potential clients that so many people weren't tapping into with a different type of marketing, right? And so I think it's really important, no matter what kind of business you have, no matter what stage of business you're in, within 6 months of starting your business, have some sort of long form marketing. And I totally understand, like, a podcast, YouTube, it's going to be a little more time consuming than something like a blog, or even something like email marketing can be really effective to start with, right? But I really encourage you to start thinking about that and to incorporate that into your strategy sooner rather than later. Mistake number 4 that I see so many business owners getting so hung up on that I wish they would just stop is getting so tied to their numbers and how it'll look for their credibility. You guys, gone are the days where followers really should mean anything. And obviously there is something to having an actual large audience, right? Like, there is something to that can truly help grow your business. But at the end of the day, it's also how you use those numbers. It doesn't really make sense, but it's how you leverage your audience, and it's how you show up consistently, and it's how you share content, and it's how you pitch your offers, right? And it's how you lead with value to your audience, not just the number. And in my personal opinion, I am not worried at all anymore about, if someone has 100,000 followers, I'm instantly wondering, like, are those real people? Do they have an email list with those people on their email list? Do they actually sell to those people? Those people, their ideal client? Or is it a bunch of people who don't even care about their account? Did they buy followers? I really wish that more business owners would stop worrying so much about how big their following is, because they're worried about how it's going to look to other people. Like, you've got other things to worry about, so let's just stop worrying about that. Mistake number 5 that I see a lot of business owners making is posting and ghosting their audience, okay? So what I mean by this is that they are maybe posting consistently, but aren't responding back to their audience at all. Like, there's no community building, there's no engagement back. And I really think that if you want to have a long-standing audience, if you want to have true community in your community, it's really important that you take that time to also respond back to their comments, or respond back to their DMs. I think so often we go on social media because we want people to look at us. We want to feel good. We want to, like, get those comments and those interactions. But how often are we willing to give that back? I see so many business owners on their own Instagram accounts, on their own YouTube videos, not responding back to their comments, not making that a priority, not prioritizing their community. And if true growth and following growth and audience growth online is important to you with your marketing, this needs to be a priority. And it's something that I don't see enough entrepreneurs making a priority when it comes to the way they show up online. If you haven't already checked out Visibility and you really resonated a lot with what I shared in this video, I highly encourage you to check it out. I think you're really gonna love it. I am so excited to run it for the very first time because it's something that's truly unlike anything that's I've ever seen out there before, with essentially how to kickstart or restart your online marketing and make it actually work for you and turn into sales, okay? So you can have a great offer, but if you don't have great marketing, you're not selling anything. And so it's really important that you know exactly how to market to your people what you are selling, and that you are selling things that they actually want, and you're giving them what they actually want and they actually need, right? And so that's what we're gonna talk about in Visibility. So if you are interested at all of the details will be in that registration link. It's stephaniecase.com/visibility. There's a ton of information there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time, and we would love to help you decide if it's the right fit for you. And I will see you guys next week's video on Tuesday. Bye guys.